Hello and good evening. Welcome to the Scripps Howard News Watch. I'm Sean Francis.
And I'm Nia Vaughn.
We begin tonight with coverage of a campus event that chilled a packed house in Ogden Hall.
It was a special screening of the film 12 Years a Slave, the autobiographical story of a freed slave who was kidnapped and forced back into bondage. Leslie Gooden takes us back.
Of Hampton Roads gathered at Hampton University's Ogden Hall for the pre-screening of the film 12 Years a Slave. The seats of Ogden were full and the doors were shut promptly at 6. Many were turned away, but were still optimistic about the featured film. The campus is buzzing about the highly anticipated and controversial premiere of 12 Years a Slave. The film talks about a free African-American man who was abducted and forced into slavery. Hampton University, along other HBCUs, have come together to tell this story. 12 Years a Slave has gained attention from all around and is stirring up emotions not only from the viewers, but also from the stars in the film.
We have to be grateful. We have to be cognizant. We can't take it for granted. And this is just the tip of a historical iceberg. I hope that it encourages people to want to learn even more and gain even more perspective so that it colors our actions therefore.
Those sentiments were echoed by another moviegoer who too felt strongly about the film.
We're touched by it, we're informed by it, because sometimes, and I relate it to my own family, I think that our youth of today have become a little bit complacent and not really knowledgeable about our past. And without that knowledge, they say the people perish.
This is Leslie Gooden, WHOV News.
The special screening was sponsored by HU and the Fox HBCU Alliance.
Well, you know, one of Hampton University Board of Trustee members made all of this possible. Michelle Bernard, President and CEO of the Bernard Center for Women, Politics, and Public Policy. Her sister Nicole A. Bernard is the Senior Vice President of Fox Audience Strategy. They got together to help bring the film here. And not only that, the actress is our news director's cousin. So a big round of applause and standing ovation for those who made this film possible.
Definitely, but that's not all happening on campus. We have big guests in the house. Scripps Howard welcomes CBS and Bloomberg. Director of Production for CBS This Morning, Rick Jefferson, is here today and will be until Friday. He sat in with us on classes and just a few hours ago hosted an open session with students, informing them on some important tips and techniques about production. Be sure to catch him here around Scripps Howard.
And earlier this week, Bloomberg stopped by hosting a general session in the auditorium, but that's not all. They also hosted a career developing seminar. New York Bureau Chief Karen Toulon gave a little insight on the Bloomberg terminal to faculty and students. D.C. Bureau Economy reporter Tori Stillwell told students about her experiences at Bloomberg, while campus recruiter Emma Knock and internship program manager Tom Catiliano informed HU students on the many opportunities available in the future.
You know, it's definitely been a busy week here at Scripps.
Oh, it definitely has, and I know they keep us all busy, and we definitely are thankful for all the opportunities that we're graced with every single day.
Definitely. Well,
congratulations to our Hampton University School of Nursing. The school was awarded a huge $1.3 million grant from the Department of Health and Human Services. There are a total of 9 schools to be awarded, but Hampton was the only historically black university on that list. So when will we be receiving the money? Well, Hampton will receive the grant over the next 4 years, and the grant will be used to support the nursing school's Veterans Education Transition for Success program.
and now to some national news. We check out the naval forces coming home on the USS Tortuga. Family and friends gathered in Virginia Beach Tuesday to welcome back their loved ones. After a 4-month deployment in Sasebo, Japan, naval forces tied up at the Joint Expeditionary Base, Little Creek, Fort Story. The crew initially left Norfolk on the USS Ashland, and when they arrived back in Japan in August, they swapped ships. This is a Navy strategy to exchange older ships assigned to forward developed naval forces with newer, more efficient ones. The gubernatorial race is heating up in the Commonwealth. Democratic candidate Terry McAuliffe is receiving an endorsement from former President Bill Clinton starting Sunday. Bill Clinton will join McAuliffe at 5 campaign events in Virginia. That's right, the duo will be in Hampton, Norfolk, Richmond, and Dale City, and Blacksburg. Sean, do you think the former president's endorsement will be enough to get McAuliffe in the governor's seat?
It's Bill Clinton. I think that might just be enough.
It might be. And here's the latest on who's actually winning in the polls right now in the race for governor's mansion. Representing the Democratic Party, Terry McAuliffe is leading the race. The margin has widened since September, resulting in an 8 percentage point difference. McAuliffe with 46% of the votes and Republican candidate Ken Cuccinelli with 38%. Cuccinelli is continuing to lose favor in votes from supporters. Voting takes place in just a few weeks, so each candidate will need to be on their top game.
And I'm not sure really what's going to happen, but what I do know is that McAuliffe isn't the only one with a high-profile endorsement. Representative Paul Ryan is also endorsing Ken Cuccinelli.
Those are some big political names helping out both candidates. This race is really heating up in its final days, but not to worry. And staying on the topic of politics, our Hampton residents won't miss any of the action either. Next Thursday, a town hall meeting will be held to talk in the School of Scripps Howard School of Journalism Communications building on campus. The invited guests include Kelly Gill, Congressman Bobby Scott, Reagan George, Dr. Mamie Locke, Bill Thomas, and Carl Anderson, with special host Barbara Sierra. They will all be in the studio at 8 o'clock. That date again, folks, is October 31st. If you can't make it to Scripps Howard, don't worry, because it airs right here on this channel and on Voice of America. This is one event you don't want to miss.
I definitely know I won't miss it.
Okay. Now let's take a look at what's going on across the nation.
Our first stop is New Jersey. So congratulations to Cory Booker, or Senator Cory Booker, I should say. He has become the first black senator for the state of New Jersey. If you remember, distinguished Senator Frank Lautenberg passed in June at the age of 89. Booker will now complete the remaining 15 months late on Lautenberg's term. Booker will also have a chance to keep his seat for the complete term in November of 2014, when his name will still be on the ballot. Also making headline in Cory Booker's state is same-sex marriage is now officially legal in New Jersey. New Jersey becomes the 14th state to recognize same-sex marriage, and early this week couples began exchanging vows, and even new Senator Cory Booker himself married 5 same-sex couples at Newark City Hall. Booker refused to conduct any marriage ceremonies until same-sex marriages were legal in the state of New Jersey. And unfortunately, President Obama's rollout of the highly anticipated Obamacare website has failed. The main problem with the website was the sign-up portal, making it harder to sign up for healthcare policies. With nearly 20 million people to visit the site, they've only received applications from 500,000. High-tech experts from Silicon Valley have agreed to tackle the technical difficulties. There have been other ways for those to take advantage of this healthcare plan if they cannot sign up online. You may also sign up in person or call, or, like I said, go on the website within the 6-month enrollment period. Feedback from this idea will be given after the sign-up process is over.
Great. It's time to take a look at what's going on in the world of business.
And for that, we've got our business correspondent, Lawrence Rigby, standing by at the Bloomberg terminal. Lawrence?
Hello, I'm Lawrence Rigby with your WHOV Bloomberg Business Report. Netflix quadrupled its third quarter profits as it added 1.3 million new subscribers. The news sent company shares up 9.3% in after-hours trading. Profits for the video streaming service rose $32 million. That's $8 million more than its year-to-date. Let's just take a quick look at the stock market and see how the stock is trading. Here we can see that Netflix is up nearly $8 a share, trading at $330 per share. Some other news to note in regards to Netflix: billionaire Carl Icahn sold nearly 3 million shares in the company. That's more than half his stake as the company approached new heights. As a result, Icahn exposed differences in opinion with his son Brett Icahn over the value of the stock. The younger Icahn said Netflix still has significant growth potential. In his sale, Carl Icahn suggested gains of almost $800 million. Now, he continues to own a 4.5% stake in the company. In other news, JCPenney shares dropped to a 30-year low after one analyst slashed share prices from $5 to $1, citing that the company would go through some financial restructuring. Now it's time to take a look at your WHOV Bloomberg Business Bottom Line, and for that we go to baseball. Every Major League Baseball team has increased in value over the past 5 years. The average value of Major League Baseball teams is now at a record $1 billion. The two teams that are facing off in this year's World Series, the St. Louis Cardinals and the Boston Red Sox, are valued at $693 million and $1.2 billion, respectively. That's all we have time for here. I'm Lawrence Rigby with your WHOV Bloomberg Business Report. Back to you.
Thank you, Lawrence. I'm definitely glad to see that the economy is definitely back,
Definitely.
rolling, so.
And since Bloomberg was here this week, that report is coming more and more interesting to me. Coming up after the break, we'll see how Hampton University volleyball team showed their support for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
And stay with us because our weather meteorologist Stacey Green is stopping by to let us know what in the world's going on with this weather.
I don't know.
No, I really don't know what's going on.
All right, what about the shin guards? All right. Okay. Here comes the heat. Bring it in. Bring it in. Good hustle.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me back. Hey, did you tell your parents about us? Let's skip first period together. Did you get all my texts? Is practice over yet? Where are you at? Are you with your friends? That's L-A-A-A-A-M-M-E-E-E. Capital X, lowercase o, capital X, lowercase o. I love you. JK, I hate you. JK. Are you ignoring me? We're in a huge fight right now. Is this something I did? I can see your lights on. I'm coming over. What'd you dream about? Me? I'm lonely. Holla back. Holla back. Let's try something new. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
As you know, all of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Breast cancer is a disease that affects so many people daily. One coach and member of our Hampton University family has felt the effects of this disease with her own mother. Brandon Dorsey has the story.
She gave me a call and she said, "Are you at home?" And I thought, well, yeah, I'm at home. And she says, "Well, sit down, I need to talk to you." And that's when the C word came out.
Coach Wetherington learned her 74-year-old mother was diagnosed with breast cancer this past April.
I was 2 weeks on staff here and was hoping to be headed back that Monday, but it kind of had to take a pause and really gather my thoughts. And so I talked to the administration and they said, do what you have to do to get your family together. And that's when I knew I was in the right place. And so back and forth between and being able to be there to support her during her fight.
And the Lady Pirates were here to support Wetherington as her family away from home.
They're a very warm, loving group. They're very strong, outspoken women, and so we fit well together. So today was an emotional point for me, and to have them to rally around me and be able to speak to them directly about what goes on when this situation arises in families. They stood fast for me, and so I'm really happy to have them as all my team and my daughters.
And Coach has some good news for her newfound daughters.
She just finished her radiation treatment the last few days and is traveling out here to visit us, so she's up and kind of back to her old self.
Hampton teamed with the Side Out Foundation in support of breast cancer awareness, deeming Sunday's contest the Dig Pink game.
The Dig Pink movement was something that was started in volleyball, so you'll see it across the country in high schools and colleges and clubs.
In a day that was chock full of emotions, our Lady Pirates took care of business just as usual over the NSU Spartans, improving to 6-0 in the MEAC, and now the Lady Pirates look to continue their season. I'm Brandon Theo Dorsey, here at Hampton University.
Sadly, the National Cancer Institute estimated that there were 232,340 new cases of breast cancer found in women this year. Thousands of women are living with or have overcome the diagnosis. There is no real reason or cause linked to the disease's development. However, heredity, age, radiation exposure, and your overall health are risk factors.
As with any other health disease, the best management and preventive methods are healthy eating, continuous exercise, and spiritual well-being. Regular breast exams and mammograms are required for all women, mainly because early detection procedures the most positive outcome. It is crucial that people are educated as a community, hoping to someday find a cure to this popular disease.
And the enthusiasm at Hampton is great.
Yes.
Now it's official. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian are now engaged. In a little lighter news.
You mean Kim West.
Oh, Kim West.
Kim
oh,
West,
excuse
right.
me, Kim West.
I definitely heard, Nia, this past Monday, Kimye officially took their first step towards the altar. The Yeezus rapper whisked Kim out to the rented-out AT&T Park in San Francisco and officially popped the question in front of family and friends.
And if that wasn't convincing enough, the words "Please marry me" that were strategically placed on the Jumbotron behind a full orchestra were all remaining strands needed to help Kanye tie the knot.
Definitely, Kanye just made it harder for any man to propose to his woman.
It's hard to top that.
It definitely is hard. Well, this past Monday, bringing in 4.5 million viewers, VH1 aired Crazy Sexy Cool, the TLC movie.
The movie scored the highest rated original cable movie of 2013, depicting the good times and challenges the group faced on their rise to fame.
And here we have a clip to show you of what you might have missed out on Monday night.
And the winner is.
And the winner is.
And the winner is.
TLC.
What you hit, it's gonna explode.
This is how a group can sell 10 million albums and be broke.
As you've just seen, a very well-casted group of girls were selected to play the roles of the R&B group. Keke Palmer as Chili, Lil Mama as Left Eye, and Drew Sidora as T-Boz.
Well, the movie was a huge success, scoring ratings as high as 5.5 for women between the ages of 18 and 34, which made the film the highest-rated original movie ever.
Now, on to lighter news. We know midterm week is almost over, but how many of you opted to play video games instead of studying for the big test? Coming up, Megan Key shows us how many of you chose video games over education.
And Stacey Green is still going to drop by to let us know if winter is here, if we have a couple more days of sunshine in our future.
Pull your face mask down. All right. What about the chest guard? It looks loose. Is it loose? All right, what about the shin guards? All right. Okay, here comes the heat. Bring it in, bring it in. Good hustle.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
G-morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me back. Hey, did you tell your parents about us? Let's skip first period together. Did you get all my texts? Is practice over yet? Where are you at? Are you with your friends? That's L-A-A-A-A-M-M-E-E-E. Capital X, lowercase o, capital X, lowercase o. I love you. JK, I hate you. JK. Are you ignoring me? We're in a huge fight right now. Is this something I did? I can see your lights on. I'm coming over. What'd you dream about? Me? I'm lonely. Holla back. Holla back. Let's try something new. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
I'm really looking forward to the November 5th release of Call of Duty. Why? Because I love playing video games. I definitely remember one time my friend and I were studying for a test, and we ended up taking a study break, which ended up turning into a 4-hour video game tournament. Matter of fact, that was yesterday. Speaking of video games, our very own Megan Key has the inside scoop on video games versus grades.
Chris believes in nights that make students want to stay inside and play video games. Highly anticipated games like Grand Theft Auto 5 and NBA 2K14 leave college students stunned. When Junior Cameron Silas is gaming, he feels like he's a part of the game.
You really feel like you're really in the situation when you're playing the game. Grand Theft Auto, still in the car, I really feel like I'm still in a real car. NBA 2K, when I hit that KD fadeaway, you already know what it is. I feel like I'm really doing that in real life to somebody, so.
These hot new releases make students want to hide away in their dorms, only to constantly play video games.
But here's the problem. It's midterm week. According to Cornell College, the average college student should spend at least 4 to 6 hours per day studying, and that's a regular week without any midterms.
Some students have found themselves toggling with gaming consoles rather than hitting the books. Someone who's had a similar experience is junior Chris Nettie.
I was supposed to study Friday through Sunday. Ended up just not doing that, just playing games, just playing anything, Grand Theft Auto, Madden, 2K. So yeah, video games do impede on my studying for real.
Video games are used as a way to relax and escape reality. No one wants to give up this stress reliever. And nobody has to. Graduate student Justin Harbison has a simple solution.
My parents always taught me to play my video games on the weekends, and that's a value I definitely hold true today.
Students can study and game. They just have to be willing to bite the bullet and realize what's more important. Megan Key, WHOV News.
Thanks, Megan. I know I was definitely one of those people who decided to procrastinate all week as well.
You know, it's crazy how distracting these video games are, but I'm pretty sure everyone is going to want to play outside instead of on their computers.
I definitely will not, but however, I still am very anxious to hear how good our weather is outside, so I think I might just take a break. So let's see what Stacey Green has for us in our weather.
WHOV weather for the evening. I'm outside of the Student Center, and as you can see, the weather is pretty even. There's some sun out, but not too much sun. Temperatures at about 57 degrees, and the skies are partly cloudy. Students are walking around with their hats, their scarves, their fall jackets, their boots. We're hoping that this weather stays up for the weekend. It is Halloween, and I'm anxious to see what those costumes are going to look like.
And now for our national weather. The Northeast region will be experiencing what is known as an Alberta Clipper. The fast-moving low-pressure system will be bringing showers in from Virginia, moving all the way northeast to Massachusetts. The Clipper will also cause cold temperatures to breeze through the region, 5 to 15 degrees below average. The Clipper will also have an effect on the Midwest with rain and possible snow in the North and South Dakota, Central Illinois, and Ohio Valley. Temperatures will remain 10 to 20 degrees below average throughout Friday. The South will also be seeing some cold weather. What are known as cold shots will plunge through the region, causing areas such as Arkansas to the Central Carolinas to have temperatures 5 to 15 degrees below average. Still highs will be mainly at 50 to 60 degrees, with thunderstorms expected throughout Florida. In contrast to the eastern half of the country, the West will have temperatures 5 to 15 degrees above average, including Arizona, Utah, and Idaho. Montana and Wyoming will have chilly highs in the 40s and 50s as opposed to California and Arizona with temperatures in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. This weather is certainly unpredictable. And now for our 7-day forecast.
Temperatures have now dropped to high 50s and mid 60s. Skies will be partly cloudy for the majority of the week, with the exception of Saturday, producing a full sunny sky. Friday may produce a low of 38 degrees, but luckily that will be the lowest of lows. Temperatures will average about 52 degrees for the remainder of the week. This weekend, high temperatures will range from 57 to 64 degrees. Monday through next Wednesday will average 65 degrees. So there you have it, guys. The weather is looking pretty decent. Definitely some fall action going on. And what's even better is there's a 0 to 20% chance of rain next week. So that's really great. I know everyone's excited.
I'm excited. However, I just hurry up want the snow to get here.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't rain, I'm good. But I'm a New England girl, so I like the cold.
I do not like the cold.
No?
Well,
No, I
I'm
don't
from
like the
Germany,
cold.
so I
I'm
definitely
from
love the
Maryland.
cold.
You know, it's either hot or it's cold. I prefer the warm weather, the spring weather. So
We're kind of out of warm and spring weather right now, so I think we're gonna have
time to go into hibernation state.
Right. Yeah, I guess we won't see you for all of the fall. So, but anyway, coming up, we jump right into the always heated debate of whether cheerleading is a sport.
And after the break, sports expert Sydney Frierson fills us in on what we missed this week.
So you don't mind this fellow, right?
The odds of this daughter of a clergyman spending 11 weeks at #1 on the U.S. singles charts? 1 in 19 million. The odds of going on to win 6 Grammy Awards? 1 in 1.4 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 110. I'm Toni Braxton. Learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org.
G-morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did. Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
Well, Nia, have you kept up with sports this week?
Oh, Sean, you know me better than that.
That is definitely true.
This
This is exactly why we have Sydney Friesen, our sports expert. Sydney, what do you have for us this week?
Well, guys, the Pirates just came off of an amazing homecoming victory. And I guess the momentum just stayed with them because the Battle of the Bay, they were just unstoppable.
Nice. Were you at the game?
I was, and all of the fans had such great energy. It was amazing to see them come up with the win. So let's check it out.
It's the Battle of the Bay, and the Hampton Pirates are taking on the Norfolk State University Spartans. Antoine Chisholm got HU off to an early lead with this touchdown run, but later, Pirates quarterback Brian Bailey tries to pitch the ball to Jerain Washington, and he fumbles, and the Spartans would recover. Quarterback Omari Timmons tries to capitalize, but is sacked by Joshua Thorne. Later, Timmons would take this 16-yard run in for the score, and the Spartans are back in the game. However, it wasn't a very good day for Timmons. Here you see him complete the pass to Joseph Hawkins, but Hawkins doesn't get very far before being swarmed by that Pirates defense. Later, you see Denzel Health returning a Timmons interception. He threw 3 on the day, and the Pirates capitalized with a 2-yard touchdown run, giving them a 27-17 victory. I'm Joshua Senegal, WHOV Sports.
It's strength versus strength as the Pirates take on Delaware State this Saturday. As you take a look at the upcoming Pirates schedule, keep in mind, Delaware State is second in the MEAC in passing yards, while our Pirates are second in the MEAC at defending the pass. Something's gotta give. The Hornets are 3-1 in the MEAC, and a win for the Pirates would ascend them to second place in the conference. Come watch the Pirates go for their 3rd win in a row. Armstrong Stadium, 1 p.m. See you guys there. And now for national sports. The Boston Red Sox have taken a 1-0 lead over the St. Louis Cardinals in the Major League Baseball World Series. The Sox had a 4-0 lead in the 2nd inning. Bases were loaded, and the St. Louis was on the verge of tying it up when...
Ripped into right. Back is Beltran at the wall. It is caught! A run scores as Beltran took a grand slam away.
The Red Sox would go on to a win in a blowout 8-1 game, 2 opens, and just a few minutes on Fox. So for all those baseball fans out there, it's almost time. And for those non-baseball fans, there's Thursday Night Football. The 3-3 Carolina Panthers are trying to pass 500 for the first time in 5 seasons, and they just might. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 0-6, and Cam Newton has been red hot over the past 2 weeks. Kickoffs at 8:20 Eastern, so if you've got NFL Network, start getting ready. Finally, basketball season is right around the corner. The NBA regular season starts next Tuesday, October 29th. And Commissioner Adam Silver has delivered with some great opening night games. We got Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls taking on the defending NBA champion Miami Heat. Then we got the hometown rivalry, the Clippers versus the Lakers. No matter what your team is, you've got 30 different reasons to love or hate the NBA. I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait to see what those Clippers are gonna look like.
That's actually disgusting because the Clippers are gross.
Ooh.
I'm a Lakers fan, so I'm gonna keep my 16 rings on this side of the table while you keep your 0 rings on that side.
Okay, I'm a football girl, but I did have a Lakers jersey dress way back in the day, so I might be, don't tell anybody. Oh, I said that on camera.
Well, I'm not really a Kobe fan.
Yep. Once again, gross. However, though, we do hear that you are very passionate about a certain argument, whether the cheerleading is a sport or not. So we definitely thank you for going on this in-depth look, and we actually want to
And you know, Sydney, I'm right there with you. Cheerleaders put their bodies on the line every time they tumble and step. This is a very controversial argument.
Yes, let's see what you have to say.
They're at every game, football and basketball, rain or shine, right there along the sidelines. Cheerleading, a sport or just an extracurricular activity?
It's a sport because of the physical aspect. You're doing your aerobics, and you're also doing the strength, which is taking people up and things like that. There's also gymnastics in it, which is also another type of sports.
Contrary to popular belief, cheerleading is more than just waving some pom-poms around and hyping up the crowd. According to the Journal of Pediatrics, cheerleading accounts for 66% of catastrophic sports injuries. Today, it involves skills which require the strength of football, the grace of dance, and the agility of gymnastics.
Just like any other sport, we have to wake up and
go run in and prepare our bodies. With other sports, they get to take a break. However, with us, it's constantly throughout the entire event. We don't get as many breaks.
Always in season and a serious sport. Practices are held year-round, not just during football or basketball season. So next time you're at a game, take a closer look at the cheerleading squad and give it up for all they are and all they do. Sydney Freisen, WHOV News. Make sure to check out Hampton's very own Blue Thunder cheerleading squad when you're at the game on Saturday. I know for a fact they put in a lot of work.
Well, thank you, Sydney, for that great report. We always look forward to you also bringing light to some arguments and stuff.
Definitely. And thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Nia Vaughn.
And I'm Sean Francis. On behalf of the entire WHOV News Watch team, join us again next week and have a good night. Are we entering this stuff? Oh.